Some of the best unmarked locations begin usually at the ground floor. This one is on the freeway. Now, in order to access this, you'll need to either get on via Andrew Station, there's a wee radar point that you can get up, or somewhere closer to the Mass Bay Medical Centre. Although, if you are coming from that direction, part of it has collapsed, so bear that in mind. If you want to get a Grognak the Barbarian comic, I know it's not rare that an unmarked location happens to get a named item. Now, firstly, we want inside this bus, which appears to have veered clean off the freeway and crashed into this building. A souvenir magnet frog. Oh, cool. Can't remember the last time I got one of them. Now, there's a few skeletons on board and no seats, curiously enough. But if we drop down to the apartment complex, things get even weirder. Inside this room with a baseball cap, we can find a copy of Grognak the Barbarian, giving you critical hits with unarmed melee damage, 5% extra permanent, which is pretty good. He seems to have been a pretty big fan. Now, when the bus hit this apartment building and presumably collapsed it onto the local residents, they're named. Every ghoul here now, they're level dependent, so that's why they all look, like the pretty high level ghouls. So we have Mr. Donahue, Mrs. Donahue, we've got Mr. Sumner, I think we have Mrs. Sumner, who is usually hanging about here. There's a few round the back. Now, I'm not too sure why they are named. It's a strange one. Were they in the bus or were they in the apartment? Or, I suppose they could have been in the Spuckies for all we know, in Joe's Spuckies. It's a strange one. There's nothing, I don't believe there's any quest in this area. It's all completely unmarked, and funny enough, it's one of the few unmarked locations where you actually find a collectible. Normally collectibles are in named locations, so the fact that there is somewhere that's just not on the map is, it's a treat for us, because obviously we are so used to seeing... there's a Miss Rosa as well. Yeah, we're so used to seeing them in marked locations. So yeah, that's a curious thing. I do have 100% Fallout run coming up soon, so do stay tuned for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be moving on to our next unmarked location. If you want early access to these videos, be sure to check out the members section. Become a supporter from as little as 99p a month, about $1 a month, and you can have all this early access. Thank you so much for watching. See you all in the next one.